Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
That's Hey, I'm doing fantastic, man. We're here in Dallas, and it's about 37 degrees right now. It's our first
About the same here.
right. Okay, so that's good. For me, it's a little weird because I was last year we did this interview as well in advance of a TSO show in
Right.
Sunrise, Florida, and being based there for 31 years and then coming to Dallas. I mean, it's a little bit of a culture and a weather shock, you know.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Let's remind everyone that today we're talking with the amazingly talented Jeff Scott Soto. I mean, you're a true powerhouse in the rock and metal scene, and known for your dynamic vocals and amazing performances. And I mean, you've made your mark as a solo artist, and of course, as a key member of a lot of iconic groups, including now the renowned Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which will be coming to the American Airlines Arena in downtown Dallas on December 20th. There will be two shows available, a matinee at 3:30 p.m. and then the main show at 7:30 p.m. Jeff, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with me today.
Well, I feel the interview's over. You just basically said everything I was going to say.
Right? All right. Well, I'll talk to you next year then. Oh,
No,
man. I mean,
thank you for all that. I mean, it's a wonderful when you hear all of that back. It's a wonderful build up to the 40 plus years I've been in this business, and of course, that now I'm at the moment of my life and my career that I can truly enjoy it. I mean, something like Trans-Siberian Orchestra is not necessarily a career choice for me. It's something that I can add to my career, and I can actually ride into the sunset with all the other things that I've already established for myself. And it's just one of those amazing things that I'm just so blessed to be part of still after so many years. I mean, where I'm going into my 18th year associated with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is incredible when you see the body of work, you see the amount of people I work with, and how many. There were kind of a lot of come and go type of situations. This is one of those mainstay long time situations for me that I've been able to kind of, hang my hat at, and it's I get to come back every year, just enjoy the process of celebrating the holidays with so many people.
yeah. And I mean, I honestly didn't know that you're in your 18th season with Trans-Siberian. That's insane, man.
Yeah, I started in 2007 is when I started with them. It was literally days after I was let go from Journey, and I got a call from my good friend Al Petrelli, who I've known since 1990 when he was a musical director for Alice Cooper, and he was part of TSO from the jump, from the very beginning. I remember speaking to him at a wedding. I hadn't seen him in a pack of years in 2001 at a mutual friend's wedding, and he was telling me all about this Trans-Siberian Orchestra and what they're doing, incorporating classical music with hard rock, and wearing tuxes but with long hair and guitars. And I remember walking away going, "Good luck with that," and thinking this will never work.
Yeah.
And just a few years later, I got a call randomly from my buddy, and he said, "Hey, my boss Paul O'Neill would love to meet you, and I spoke about you. We're working on a new record called Night Castle, and I think your voice would be perfect for it. So he wants to meet you and see if he agrees." And that's how it all started in 2007, and I'm still here.
That's amazing. And the thing is, this is a holiday show, and you're doing it
Correct.
during Christmas time, starting like mid-November, I guess. And
Right.
just to go out there on that stage and bring the holidays to everyone, but at the same time, you're kind of enjoying the holidays for those two plus months there, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I haven't had Thanksgiving or Christmas with my family in, as I said, going into 18 years now, but except for the pandemic, which we still didn't go dark. That's why I say it's consecutive with TSO, because even during the pandemic in 2020, we were able to create a bubble situation where we did a live stream of the Christmas
Mm.
Eve and other stories, and still present a TSO rendition for the people even while we were all locked down and at home. So it's been consecutive for me, and yeah, it's just been one of those things. It's one of the gifts that keep on giving, because as much as I miss my family, I've created a new family within the band members, the crew, and the,
Sure.
the family that is Trans-Siberian Orchestra. But then there are hundreds of thousands of fans across the U.S. and even the world, if you want to add, the outside influence, because we do have a lot of international people coming in when they're visiting for the holidays, coming to the shows, and it truly is an intercontinental situation.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone involved with the TSO organization is probably from all over the world, from musicians and back of the house people and things like that.
Absolutely. Our sound guy is from Japan, and we've had a flurry of different countries represented in TSO, and that's kind of Paul O'Neill's vision.
Mm.
The whole idea of the Trans-Siberian Railway, which connects different countries in
Mm.
Europe and Eastern Europe. That was the whole idea of connecting people. That's one of the reasons why he used that reference of the Trans-Siberian Railway to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
Mhm.
and it goes hand in hand of exactly what he had in his vision.
So, in the press release that I got from Eric, there's a lot of new things for this year, which
Yes.
is great. And I don't know a lot of the details, which is great because the element of surprise is always the best. But one thing I did notice is that this winter tour features sort of a tribute, a 25th anniversary of Beethoven's Last Night. And you guys are
Yes.
also visiting new cities that you haven't been in before, and things like that. So there's a
Correct.
lot to look forward to.
And besides that, the stage design is kind of revamped and revisioned. One of the things that they have, and they have meetings all the time, and clearly we're doing everything we can to keep Paul's vision alive.
Yeah,
We wanted to extend it as much as possible. We have a flurry of repeat offenders that come back to the shows every year, but with that, we also want to keep them coming back and not have them say, "Yeah, we already seen it. It's been
yeah,
the same for the past few
yep,
years, etc. We can skip it this year." We want to make sure that we're representing something new for them, something interesting and new for them, because the new people that are coming in, they don't have a reference, they don't have anything to compare it to
sure.
except for maybe some YouTube clips. So yeah, they've revamped the stage. The singers are now divided. The guys on one side of the stage, the girls on the other, on the actual wings, which we've never had the background vocals on the wings, the
Oh
side wings
wow.
of the stage. And so everything about the redesigned stage, with the way the orchestra's split up, it just looks so phenomenal. We've got just have so much technology, and again, I don't want to give it away, because
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it and anybody listening hasn't seen it, I don't want to give away the surprises. But you are going to see the repeat offender is going to see something new, different, and exciting, and it's going to kind of give a re-energized version of what they're used to coming annually.
well, I feel real fortunate because last year was the very first time I had seen Trans Siberian Orchestra. So,
Ah,
so I feel
what took
fortunate,
you so long?
dude. I know, bro. And you had
I say that
mentioned,
to everybody that says it's the first time seeing us. Like, we've been around for a minute. Where you been?
I think it's like you had said earlier, is that rock and classical and all
Yeah,
this. I mean, where are you going to go with it? But you did mention YouTube clips in your last answer, and the thing
yeah,
is, people will go on there and get a preview of it to see, well, do I want to buy tickets for this?
sure.
And I gotta say, there is absolutely no comparison whatsoever to what you're going to see live, because what you're seeing on your screen is amazing, but to go there and experience the size of the whole stage set that you guys have, and the pyro and lasers and things like that, and the sound, of course, the sound is unbelievable.
Yes.
And yeah, so if you guys are watching it on YouTube, you need to put down some bucks and go get those tickets and really experience this in person. It's insane.
Well, this is a conversation I had with Paul O'Neill many years ago, and God rest his soul, we lost him in 2017.
Yeah.
But before that, I was always wondering, why wasn't there a live DVD or even an IMAX movie release
Oh
that you
yeah.
can go and experience the spectrum of it? And he clearly said to me, Jeff, there's no way you
Mm.
can replicate the experience of sitting and watching it live,
Yep.
from when the band plays the song First Snow, and it starts snowing in the
Yeah.
arena. You can't replicate that on a DVD or a movie or a movie experience. You can't replicate the feeling of the fire when they're shooting up all these amazing flames, and you feel the fire when you're in the audience. You feel the snow falling on you. You feel the essence of the story. You feel the narrator, the storytelling, and the songs, the flow, the ebbs and flows of the actual show. You feel the ups and downs of everything and the emotion that comes with it. You're not able to capture that on a little screen box, or even on a big screen.
Mhm.
You have to be there to truly experience it. It's I still, to this day, 18 years later, I can't put into words the extravaganza and the spectacle that is TSO. You have to truly come and experience it yourself, whether you love it or hate it. Most people come in wondering, I don't know if this is for me, and they walk out going, "Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this."
Yeah. I mean, we're here mainly to talk about Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but you also have a solo career because this is a very limited engagement, once a
Yeah.
year. So you have other things going on. And we were texting earlier, and you were on the tour bus, working in your little studio there. And do we have anything else coming up on your solo end? And I remember a couple years ago, you had collaborated with Jason Bieler of Saigon Kick, and that was
Right.
amazing. Any other things like that coming up in your solo work?
I've decided to kind of take a little step backwards because there have been so many releases, so many even singles and sessions that I've done through the years, especially during the lockdown. I did a lot of sessions. We continued working behind the scenes just to keep from going crazy. Music is my therapy in so many ways, and a lot of those things came out on top of the records I was making, etc.
Yeah.
And I kind of flooded the market, and I know at some point people are going to go, "Oh, geez, another album, another JSS release." So I kind of held it back a little bit this year after the release of the recent Wet album and the Ellefson Soto collaboration. I don't really want to come back out immediately and flood the market. I am working slowly with my band Soto, and it's not a solo album. Soto is a band, which actually also features the bass player that's on the East TSO production, Tony Dickinson. So it's always a connection with TSO, it seems. But yeah, we're slowly working on a new record. In the meantime, I'm still working with Bieler. We've got a lot of shows coming up next year, possibly doing more stuff with Saigon Kick, since we're doing like a bit of a Soto Kick reunion collaboration with that. But so for the most part, I'm just really concentrating on shows and appearances next year as opposed to releasing more new music. I kind of need to step away from the new releases for a little bit and kind of have people miss me a little while. When I'm just bombarding them constantly with new material,
I hear you.
Oh, geez, okay, another thing I got to buy, another thing I got to follow, another thing I got to learn. And I'll just take a little step back from the recordings for the moment.
But here's the thing, even though you're not looking at that right now, you never stop working.
No,
you're just constantly working, and like you said, that's your therapy. So it works out both ways for you.
Yeah, it's my job and my therapy. It's something that I'm so blessed. As I said, 40 plus years into my career, that there's still a demand for what I do, and I'm still able to do what I do, and people want to hear it and see it. So I'm just going to keep going at my pace, and I'll just go until I can't do it anymore, basically.
Wow, that's a perfect way to cap off this interview, Jeff. I want to thank you so much again for taking time out of your schedule to talk with us. And we're going to remind everyone that Trans-Siberian Orchestra, December 20th, 3:30 matinee or a 7:30 p.m. nighttime show at the American Airlines Arena in downtown Dallas. Man, Jeff,
we can't wait. Yeah, that's one of my favorite buildings to play. It's one of my favorite crowds. All the cities we play in Texas, but especially Dallas, we have a really strong connection with the city there, and we're so much looking forward to it.
Yeah, we met a few years back in Delray Beach, Florida. You were doing this show, and John Cafferty was on it, and I think John Wade. It was a few artists, and we had met briefly, and it's been a while, so I'm going to reach out to Eric and see if either before or after we can come and say hello real quick.
That would be awesome.
Jeff, thanks again. Safe travels to you and everyone on the road, and we'll see you on December 20th.
Thank you, Bill. All the best, and happy holidays to you, and we'll see you soon.
Happy holidays, my brother. I'll talk to you soon. Later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.